Hello everybody and welcome to the Highly Suspicious Podcast with Louie and Preston. My name is Louie.
I'm Preston.
We're reporting once again live from the Trap House. We hope that everybody listening had a very Merry Christmas. It's about a few days before Christmas when we're recording it. We're just getting it out of the way. I'm sure everybody got lots of nice gifts and presents and shit. I'm a terrible gift giver. Did you know that? I'm a terrible gift giver.
I feel kind of the same way. Some people I really know what to get them. Mm-hmm. I feel like they're easy to shop for. But some people are really fucking difficult to shop for. It's not like their fault. It's usually people who are pretty agreeable and are going to be happy with whatever you get them that are hardest people to find a gift for. Yeah. Because it's so general. You could get them literally anything, but then you're like, I don't know if they'll really like it because they seem to like everything.
Then you can't narrow down your options if you're like, oh, I have to find anything for this person.
It makes it the hardest to make a decision for that.
I don't know what the fuck I want, so how am I gonna tell other people what the fuck I want?
Right?
My parents are like, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, I don't know.
You know what, Louie? I think that's a good personality trait to not really want too many things.
What do you give a man that has everything? Did I say that to you already? Yes. Have I said that on the podcast already?
I don't think you have. I don't think that's a repeat quote yet.
I've said it to somebody in the past few years.
You might have said it to me off pod, but you've definitely... No, I think that shows some of your character if you're just like... content.
I feel like if I need something, I go get it. Mm-hmm. And if I don't need it, then I don't need it.
Right.
Type shit. Today, we're going to do a tier list of every Christmas movie ever.
Let me look up a list. I wonder how many Christmas movies have been made. I was thinking about how many Christmas songs there are.
Thousands made. We could have done a tier list of songs, but I fucking hate Christmas music.
Me too. That's a hot take, Louie.
That is a hot take, but I don't care. You didn't hear any Christmas music in the podcast,
I was being like that at work the other day, and somebody was getting upset. You don't want to listen to Christmas music? Oh my gosh, it's the season. And I'm like, not for everybody, including me.
Bro, working like a job like that, like in retail where they fucking have music playing all the time, and during the whole month of December they're like, just put on Christmas music, just put on Christmas music.
I hate when radio stations become solely Christmas music.
It's the same 5 songs when you're in a department store or something like that. It's Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
They're all like the same. Essentially, they're all the same. And it's gotten to a point where most Christmas songs that have come out in the past, 10 years are all just fucking covers.
Yeah.
I don't need somebody else singing the same song.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, and the very next day, you gave it away. That's a good one. I love that one. But it is the same shit. It's literally the same lyrics to the Mariah. Why does it have to be like this? I used to be a lot more in the spirit. I think I lost something growing up when I stopped wanting to listen to...
I was saying the same thing around Halloween where I was like, I don't really feel like it's Halloween somehow. I didn't want to dress up. There was a point in time where I was like, oh, I'm only watching scary movies and Halloween related shit this month. Because I'm a movie buff at heart, but I wasn't feeling it.
You weren't feeling it? I was definitely feeling it.
The Halloween party was fun.
We had a whole spooktacular.
A whole spooktacular.
Yeah, that party was fun. It died when you all left, though.
Really?
Like everyone was like, well, Preston's gone, so let's clear out, you guys.
I was the cue. All it takes is one, Louie. There just has to be actually, all it takes is 2, because psychologically, all there has to be is a leader and a first follower. And then you're set. That's going to be my memoir.
And then it was an exodus.
That's exodus from the party.
The way I party is I can party with alone.
I've realized I like to pull Irish goodbyes where you just leave. You don't say bye to anybody, you just leave.
I do that a lot.
I find it so easy.
Caroline's dad calls me Lou Dini, and I kind of like that. Because I do be disappearing, but he doesn't know that.
That's gold.
When I first heard about that, I was like, why the fuck does he call me that? So I think that we should start with the perfect Christmas movie. The single greatest piece of media that has come out of Christmas. That would be Will Ferrell's best movie, Elf. In my opinion,
his best movie?
Will Ferrell's
I might agree with
movie.
You, but that's because I don't think Will Ferrell's that good in general. I think he's kind of an average comedic actor.
I think
Hot take.
I like Adam Sandler better than Will Ferrell in terms of like movies. Like I like way more Adam Sandler led movies than Will Ferrell led movies. Cause like I mean Will Ferrell has classics like you know Step Brothers I guess and Talladega Nights I guess. But Elf, like I said, perfect Christmas movie.
It does check a lot of boxes.
It checks every box. It's heartwarming. It's actually funny.
Somebody did say, "Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad." To me the other day, and I was like, "Well, fuck."
My buddy, I hope you find your dad.
It's a good quote. It's funny as fuck.
Jon Favreau did a really good job with that. Like, I feel like part of the reason why it's such a good role is it's one of the few times where Will Ferrell's not just like playing himself. Like, I feel like he's actually Buddy the Elf.
I feel like he is Buddy the Elf. It's because he can be outrageous. So it like works for him to just act like a child almost.
Yeah, it's in his wheelhouse. So would you agree that it would be in the S tier?
S minus?
S minus or high A tier?
I don't know if there is a perfect, like, pristine diamond level.
Well, there has to be one
Christmas movie?
One Christmas movie that feels that checks every box for you. The next Christmas movie that I really like, Christmas Vacation. That's a banger.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase, you know, little what's his name? The guy from Big Bang Theory. Who's in it?
Wait,
like,
really?
Yeah. Johnny Galecki, little Johnny Galecki is in it.
Little. Why does that sound so funny?
My favorite part of that movie was when Chevy Chase is cursing at the end because I've been watching that movie since I was a kid. And I'm like, yes.
You're like, yeah.
I'm like, yes. He said the F word.
That's a PG-13 thing of you to say. It works.
Jolly's people since Bing Crosby danced with Danny fucking Kaye. That's what he says.
I like Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. I think that movie is underrated.
Thanksgiving movie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's a Thanksgiving movie. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a movie we watch during Thanksgiving because it's a Thanksgiving movie. He's trying to get home for Thanksgiving. That's what it is.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it like the only Thanksgiving movie that's good?
It is the penultimate
Thanksgiving movie?
Thanksgiving movie.
But he shows up in the end for Christmas as well.
Maybe it's the same character. I've seen I've written fan theories about that, like it's the same guy. Let's talk some shit about some movies. Home Alone is not that good of a movie. It is a classic because of the soundtrack, but it is not a well done movie in any way.
I like
the soundtrack fucking carries that movie. Cause it's
you might be right.
Imagine some of that without.
It's funny because it works for like the time period. I love the effects and that.
Nothing in it would hit the same if the music was not there.
You know the scene where he like goes to the grocery store?
Yeah.
And is like basically a fucking adult the entire time? We had a kid come into work the other day and just like order 2 drinks pretty well. Like he had done it before, Energy. And I was just thinking of that scene the entire time because it felt like that almost. It's like look at this little man. Like, Nikki was the one that like took his order. She asked him to sign the receipt. She just said, scribble on that line. And he did it. And I was like, He knows how to write his name, probably.
Well, what the adults do is they just scribble.
That's true.
There's no letters being written.
I try to put my first initial.
And
my last initial.
That's the moneymaker, the first one. That's the only one that needs to be even...
on point?
Yeah. You know what? I take back what I said about Elf. The best Christmas movie is Polar Express.
Fuck. Get the fuck out of my house.
Get the fuck out of your house. You don't like Polar Express?
Cringy.
Cringe
fest. Ugh. I hate it. I'm an animation CGI snob. And, like, I fucking hate that movie. It's Uncanny Valley. It's like, that's what I use when I try to explain Uncanny Valley to people. I use that movie. Because it is the definition of it. There's something wrong with how that movie looks. And I hate so much about it.
So you're creeped out by, like, the models?
Yes.
The 3D models?
They did a bad job. They did, like, a bad job for the time period, even. Like,
I don't think
I know true. A lot of the movies like that look bad.
Have you seen Chicken Little? That came out around the same time. That's fucking terrible animation compared to that.
But they're not humans, so it's okay.
Bro,
don't make bad-looking humans.
Polar Express is such a good movie. You're tripping. Like, that
on a technical level, I like the plot and storyline, but, like, the animation's so bad I don't enjoy it.
I think
it takes me out of my, like, willing, like, belief system,
Suspending belief, disbelief.
A lot of people are in a category where they like Nightmare Before Christmas, or stuff that's, like, just vaguely Christmas related. I like the Santa Claus movies, but only because like they connect to me on a personal level.
Yeah.
Nostalgia. Just pure nostalgia. But I'm okay. I'm aware of that fact. Somebody could be like, they're bad, and I don't like Tim Allen. I'd be like, you
wouldn't argue like I did about Polar Express.
No, I'd be like, I kind of don't like Tim Allen either.
If you don't like Polar Express, what is the best Christmas animated movie?
I really gotta think about that one, actually, though. Like, fuck.
Because there's a bunch of, like, generic ass... A lot of Christmas animations are just fucking old, like the Grinch and Frosty. That's some shit that my mom was watching with.
I like some more cute stuff, like the animated Rudolph. Like Christmas TV stuff. Okay, that still counts. It still counts. It works.
Rudolph's pretty good. I would put that in, like, a B or an A tier. It's not, like, one of the best Christmas movies, but it's definitely, like, worth watching still. And there's enough going plot-wise where it's not like Frosty or the Grinch where it's like, fuck.
I like Frosty.
All those are fucking cute, and all of them have nostalgia attached to them. But, like...
I think it works, though, because it's the holidays. It's a time to be sentimental,
I feel like The Grinch. I would almost rather watch the Jim Carrey Grinch than the animated one.
I fully agree.
Just because there's more going on to that movie. Like, I feel like I need more stimulation in my fucking ADHD-ass brain than the basic-ass Grinch.
What's another animated, like, real Christmas movie? I feel like Frosty's really short, even. Like, I don't feel like
both of them are really short. Grinch and the Snowman one.
I feel like there's another animated Christmas movie that I'm forgetting.
Arthur Christmas. Banger.
Banger.
Have you seen that?
I don't think I have. That's too white for me.
It's not too white. It's just fucking new. It came out in, like, 2013 or something.
Did it?
Yeah.
I feel like there's something
after our time.
Kind of after our time.
We was fucking grown by that point. We weren't trying to watch no fucking Arthur Christmas.
That's so funny. I do like when we say shit like that, and I have friends who are older and like, the fuck are you talking about? And then they realize, oh my god, you're young.
Oh my god, you're a child. Okay. Somehow I'm blanking on Christmas movie now. Oh yeah. Christmas Story. You don't like Christmas Story.
I don't like Christmas Story.
That's an L.
Okay. Because I don't like the actors.
You don't like the actors?
I mean,
they're just fucking kid actors, and they do a pretty fucking good job.
The real reason I think I don't like it is I've seen it in, like, play form, and it was a really good play.
It was a better play than a movie?
Than the movie.
Huh.
And I think it's because the actors did better in the play than in the movie.
So you'd rather just see the play?
I'd rather just see the play.
That is the craziest take.
Christmas Carol's the same way. Like, I like
the
animated Christmas Carol. I like live action, but I'd rather see the play. Because the play's really good. Like,
Christmas Carol kind of creeps me out.
Yeah.
The live one and the animated.
Dude, the live one's kind of scary. The way they do the...
both of them are scary.
The way they do the Ghost of Christmas Future.
Yeah, death.
He's like all shadows for the stage. Like...
Oh, like in the play?
Yeah.
That's sick.
They do it really well. And they make it look like he goes to hell and shit. Like...
There should be more, like, Christmas horror movies.
There should.
Because, like...
I like the idea of... Remember that period of time where everybody was about the... what's the German goat man that takes the bad children away?
Krampus? Oh, yeah, I remember that.
There was a period of time where, like, there were some Christmas horror movies coming out that were about Krampus. Oh, my God. I love that I said the German goat man that takes the bad children. And you were like, oh, yeah.
Movies about Krampus called Krampus.
I swear to God.
The movies were called Krampus.
They were all called that.
Ah.
Did that help last time for you to know where to cut it?
I didn't even hear it. Is it still in there? Is it?
It was.
That's so funny.
I thought it was a choice.
It was not a conscious choice. Hopefully I get this one. So the way I edit these, I try to edit the first half so like people that have never heard us could be like, oh yeah,
these guys are very crazy.
This is a very distinguished and professional show. And then
that's how we get guests.
That 10-minute mark, it's like, oh fuck.
I can feel that when I listen to them.
Because I'm like, I can't cut that out.
It's too crucial to the conversation at this point.
Fuck.
No, I love that was in there.
Christmas
I thought it was
movies.
so funny.
Christmas movies.
Krampus. I love that there are points where we're just like incoherent while we're still recording.
Arthur Christmas.
Oh shit, I do remember that.
You do remember that? Die Hard's in here.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and if you disagree, I will fight you. Like,
it happened during Christmas, so I mean, I can't argue against it.
That's just pure logic, Louis.
But like, I saw Daddy's Home 3.
I mean,
classic Christmas
not
film.
Wrong.
On HBO, I saw there was like a category for Christmas movies.
Yeah.
And in that was the first Harry Potter movie, and I was like, does Christmas being in a movie make it a Christmas movie?
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does. That was like the middle of the movie before like the climax or anything.
However, Christmas is an important part of like every Harry Potter story. Like there is some time where it is Christmas during the movie.
Yeah.
And those movies overall have a Christmassy kind of vibe. Like, Christmas is kind of a fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And I did think I wanted to go on a whole tangent of how, like, Christmas is really a pagan holiday. Mm-hmm. And, like, we're all heathens for celebrating it if we're good Christians. But, I mean, in a lot of ways, it is, like, pagan mythology involved in, okay, but it was Jesus' birthday. And that's, like, really the only relation.
But it wasn't, actually.
Right. I accept it and, like, for it to work for me. For me to be able to enjoy Christmas. Because I get that there is a human thing of just, like, wanting to celebrate certain times and, like, having a reason to helps.
It's a good thing to have.
But I've said, I want my Christmas at some point to just be, okay, we can do presents, we can have a feast, and I can drink, like, mead or something like that. Like, I want it to be Yule instead of Christmas. That sounds way more fun to me.
Or like Festivus.
Festivus. For the rest of us. I signed all the Christmas cards at work like that. I said, Merry Festivus to all of our regular customers that we're giving Christmas cards to. I want the old people to be confused.
They'll know.
They'll know.
They'll know. They were there.
I want the young people to be confused.
The young people definitely will be there. What's that from? Festivus? Festivus for the rest of us.
I don't think Seinfeld's good. Is that a hot take? I don't really know. I feel like this show's not about anything. Like, it's kind of vague. That's why it works.
But think about how influential
Friends is
that
the same
was.
way. You could watch any episode of Friends, but it's still notorious. Like,
but Seinfeld came before that.
Yeah, exactly.
And there wouldn't be a Friends without Seinfeld. Mm-hmm. And to this day, well, not really to this day, because it kind of died out, but for decades, like, it was a fucking popular thing.
There's certain shows that just stay on reruns.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty well written. It's funny.
Oh, this is completely unrelated to Christmas, but another hot movie take that I have is I don't like Goonies.
I think we talked about this on the show, too.
I've had people get very mad about that statement, though.
I don't know why. Steven Spielberg is overrated. It's a fucking kid's movie. It's not a...
Preach, Louis.
I don't have, like... I have kids' movies where I'll still defend it. Goonies is definitely not one of those. It has no reason to be. Yeah. There's nothing Goonies has ever done for me that would make me defend it.
It's never done anything for me.
Let's move on.
I got you. What else are we going to talk about?
So this is going to be the last episode of the year. We could reflect on what a year it's been. Do you have like a favorite album of the year? I know you liked the My Morning Jacket one that came out this year.
That wasn't my favorite though. I gotta look at some music to think, because I like a lot of music.
I liked a lot of music this year too.
I listened to a lot of shit.
I was telling you that one podcast that we scrapped, JPEG Mafia, that shit's fire. We talked that one podcast about the Baby Keem. His album's really good.
I liked that album.
Yeah, there's just like, I really like when I can hear like the creativity in music, and in that Baby Keem album, there's like so many different sounds. A lot of it is shit that you just don't really hear in the mainstream like that. It's not like accessible, but it works, you know?
Any favorite movies?
I just saw Spider-Man. I haven't seen very many other movies this year, so I'd probably default on that as an answer. But I'm not going to act like, you know, it's beating anything out. But it was really good. Have you seen it yet?
No, I'm going to either this week or next week.
Should we do an episode on it?
We could, afterwards.
We could.
I feel like it's hot enough, it'd be good.
Yeah, it might cool down by then, but it'd still be good.
Marvel fans are crazy, Louis. Nerds have taken over.
Did you say your favorite?
I don't really know if I do. I feel like a lot of people have come out with singles this year. I feel like it's been a single year.
Yeah, because everyone's just trying to get like some buzz back after being gone during quarantine, which I thought was kind of stupid. Like, if you didn't have any other income coming in, why wouldn't you just release music? Just release music. You know?
Yeah, I like Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish did a good job.
Her album?
Yeah.
Really good.
Her brother's also, like, a creative genius. And I know he puts a lot of work in.
His production's incredible. Like, he's a big reason why Billie's so popular. Because of the music that they're making together. Shit.
I don't know. Anything special this year that you want to, like, shout out to?
You know, it was a shitty year. Somehow even shittier than the year before. Literally the end of 2020, I was like, worse. How could it get any worse? How foolish I was, and now I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna go into the next year.
What's something that doesn't feel like it was this year, but it was this year?
Because
Because I'm thinking all the way back to the beginning of last year, and I'm like, shit, that feels like a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'm still thinking of beginning of last year as before the pandemic. But that's wrong as fuck.
That's so wrong, Louis. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
it just keeps going.
I just graduated high school. I was in my first semester of... No, you weren't. A year ago, don't lie. What are your favorite moments from the show this year? I know that this is kind of a wrap-up for the end of the year.
I liked our Spooktacular. It was funny.
That was one of my favorites.
I liked having guests on. Like, I feel like for who we could get on,
Who's your favorite guest?
I'm not gonna do that. That's hot. I could not.
We could clip that, send that to each of the guests, and be like, if you want to know the answer,
do a poll.
No, the episodes where we had guests were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that one of my favorite episodes so far was the one that we just did a couple episodes ago where we were reacting to alt-right hip-hop. That was so funny.
It was a good listen. I was also thinking of how, like, we haven't been doing it for too long, but somehow it feels like, just because of how we've been releasing episodes, it feels like it's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
And I was looking back and I was surprised how early we had Carl on. Like, it's awesome having a guest that early on. It kind of adds, after just those first, like, couple episodes, a little mix to it.
Yeah. I wish we could have had more guests this year, but we're definitely going to be doing that more this next year. We're going to be reaching out to some more people, to some bigger names.
Bigger names.
The fuck is that?
What the fuck?
If I died, I hope it would be on the podcast.
Really?
For views.
Just for the clout.
This was the last episode Louis ever recorded.
Louis, it wouldn't go on without you, man. There's no hope.
Well, it would just be you at that point.
Right.
And you'd have to learn how to edit and shit.
Oh god.
You would just be talking into a mic alone in your closet.
Alone.
So today, I thought about Louis again. Get out the Ouija board and talk.
That would be content.
A podcast from beyond the grave.
That would be... No, Louis, let's just fake your death. And then, before the next Halloween episode, and then I talk to you on this. You just say, like, all of the things you never said before you died. All your hottest takes. The ones they kill you for, you know?
What was the one thing that you wish you had said while you were alive? Goonies wasn't that good.
Is there anything you wouldn't say on the podcast that would be like, you think somebody'd hold a grudge? They'd be like, man, I heard you say this once. Fuck you.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Fair enough.
One day we're gonna meet a fan, and one person we're gonna meet a hater.
Dude, we've actually had a hater though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked something that was on a Instagram page called like Comrade Broccoli, and it was just talking about like some anti-capitalist shit, and they didn't shout out, like, I think I liked it on the actual Highly Suspicious Instagram.
Yeah.
But they shouted out my personal account.
Oh, really?
On the post. I don't know.
For what?
So I'd see it more. They were just saying, like, some political shit, and I just ignored it. Because fuck them. But
I like how you didn't even pay enough attention to be able to reciprocate what they said.
No, I don't care.
Fuck them.
Fuck the haters. Like, for real. I like that the most recent episode before this will be, let's get canceled, Louis. You know?
Let's go.
I like that that's what you said. I put that in the hashtags.
Canceled.
Hashtag let's, hashtag get, hashtag canceled. Thinking in hashtags, you know. No, long year, crazy year.
Yeah, hopefully, well, let's just run it back. Let's see what happens.
Cross my heart and hope to die. Next year will be better.
We don't really have an option except to just keep marching into the future with bombs attached to our backs.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
You dig?
It's like a metaphor, man. You just have to visualize it, man.
I feel that, though. Gosh.
It's crazy that, like, people are going to take this shit way too seriously.
Could you imagine taking this way too seriously?
I can't.
I know this is us just venting and, like...
Do they not know
saying whatever the fuck we want.
Do they not know that we're, like, real-ass fucking people and they don't know us?
We're just normal. Like, we're nothing special. Yeah.
I'm special. I'm special.
I do like the different reactions I get for saying something about the podcast, and some people are like, "Oh, you have a podcast?" Like, interested, and then some people are like, "Okay."
Either they act interested or they don't act interested, and either way, they don't fucking listen.
Oh, shit. I know who listens and who doesn't, though. Do you listen to the episodes? You listen to them while
1,000
editing.
fucking times
While editing. I listen to it the day it comes out.
Some of the things we say still echo in my head. Sometimes I wake up in a cold sweat thinking about the spaces you leave in between your words sometimes.
That's too funny.
Like, later you'll be like...
I'll pause.
You'll be like, and... and let it breathe.
Let it marinate.
Dramatic and...
Imagine you did that in writing.
What?
Just finish a chapter of a book with and ... That's how
I'm gonna write.
Do you want to write a book at some point, Louis?
Yeah.
I want to write a book too. I've thought about it, and then I've realized I can't write for that long.
Sure you can.
I don't think I can.
You can write in short increments for 30 years, and you could write a book that way.
True.
You know, you could do like a word a day.
A word a day.
And you get it done eventually, you know? Because if you did a word a day, you know, in 365 days, you would have 365 words, you know?
That's not...
Basic,
that's nothing.
quick math.
That's literally nothing. That's literally not even a full page.
I've written essays that long, though. 365 pages.
That's literally not... That's a book.
I said 30 years.
30 years. 20. No, if I could write a book in 10 years, I'd do it. I'd start it now.
Like, you could?
I want to do... I don't know what kind of book I would write. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. Make sure to follow us on Instagram. Handles in the description as always. And if you could, share the podcast with someone and give us some feedback. Thank you.